Hi, it's Jo here from Rhythm and Tunes Piano School. I've just jumped off an online online class with talking to an adult student. I think she lives in Victoria. I hope I'm right there. And just had a really interesting conversation with her, so I thought I'd share some of that with you. This particular student has written the most incredible sounding song in the last few weeks, and she actually played it for me at her last lesson, and she was just sort of saying how much she's enjoyed writing that and sharing it with people who perhaps she wouldn't have otherwise been confident enough to share it with. So I thought that was really great feedback from her. Always really happy to hear those sorts of stories. Another thing that she was talking to me about was how she can, she's really connecting with all the patterns that she's able to see now as a result of going through this program. So she's able to make some connections in her mind. She's had a few years of traditional lessons as a child herself, plays the piano, but she said she's been able to connect concepts together that weren't obvious to her previously. So that was really great to hear that feedback as well. And I guess sometimes you can be staring at something, and even though you're looking at it, you're just not seeing it. So another incident I had, or another class last night, I was teaching a class. One of the students was learning a Chopin nocturne, and I've got the bar that we were working on last night here just to show you. So it's a reasonably complex bar of music, and we were just decoding it, and there was 5 of us, I think, here last night, and we're all staring at it, and we all were in perfect agreement that it must have been a typo. There was an extra 30-second note there that just shouldn't be there. So I said I'd take a photo of it and I'd just go and check it out for her. So when I woke up this morning, after just showing it to a few other people, I realised, or someone pointed out to me, that there was a dot there next to a 16th note that I just did not see. So it wasn't until I looked at it in a different light, through a different perspective, with a little bit of extra different help that I would normally ask for, that I actually could see the dot, because there was a lot of staccato dots as well, and then there was this dot to the side of the 16th note, which is, and then the whole bar just fell into place and added up. So it's a little bit like, I suppose, staring at things that, and you're looking and looking and looking, but you're not actually seeing. So I don't know if you've got kids, but I know sometimes with some of my kids, I'll send them in to get their sports clothes out of the washing basket, and they'll come back and they say, not there, can't find it anywhere. And then you go in and it's sitting there, maybe 1 or 2 layers down from the top of the washing basket. So they're staring at it, they can see it, but they're looking at it, but they can't see it. So has there been a time when you've experienced this? I was thinking about my lessons as a child, and I was always taught to read really well and read from note to note to note to note really well, and was able to follow all the instructions on the page really well. But for all those years, 16 years to be precise, of piano lessons that I had as a young person, I was staring at all of these patterns. I was staring at all of these shapes and sentences and tools and strategies that I teach now, but I wasn't actually seeing them until someone showed me how to look at it through a different light, a different perspective. So I just thought that was a really interesting conversation to have, and it's not an unusual conversation for me to have with people. The amount of people who come in and go through this program and just make all those connections that they just haven't been able to sort of see before in their mind's eye. So if you're one of those people who perhaps have tried to learn the piano in the past, and perhaps the way that you were shown just didn't work for you. I'm not saying it doesn't work for anybody, of course it does, but if it didn't work for you, you might be interested in coming along and joining me in my musical upgrade 8.8 program. We start next Wednesday on the 6th of November, and I'll be taking you through all these concepts and showing you how all of this unfolds into your fingers so that you end up being able to play the piano. Most people want to play the piano, they don't want to learn the piano. So my musical upgrade 8.8 adventure, come and join me on that, and we will learn how to, I will show you how to, you know, just play some great sounding music right from the outset. In fact, without even having to worry about looking at the dots on the page in the initial stages. So I guess it's a little bit like asking a child to read and write before they can speak. You'd never do that. So with music education, I think we need to show people how to play, develop a relationship with the keyboard and the instrument, and once people see the theory on the instrument, we can then reverse engineer all of that back up onto the page. And I just find that people, when they come back to looking at the page, just are so much more curious, and it all just makes so much more sense to them because they've already had an experience of it on the keyboard, in the same way that children have an experience of language before they're ever expected to read or write. So if you would like to join me in that musical upgrade program, just text me on this page, send me a message on this page, just include your phone number, and I will give you a call for a chat to see if it would suit you. Okay, take care for now. See you soon. Bye.